Good work back there. It'll lead us back to a cache. And we're going out of business tonight.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, what's up? Huh? Dang, where'd you go to do this? Jesus.
Penguin is using the Sionis Industries building as a front for one of his weapons caches. I'll take point.
As for Communicators, I'll keep my entrance understated, as always.
A's before beauty.
I like it already.
Drop in and pay them a visit.
Already.
Hmm. What's up?
I love this guy with a passion.
Yeah. Wait, what'd you say, Joe? What is your dad like? What is your dad like? Basically seeing different outfits, yeah, Grandma wants me to as well, but I don't know about that. I haven't. I don't know what those.
They do drop too much. Works good. I get to decide my own hours of vesting all. There's no boss looking over my shoulder. I haven't seen Robin around tonight. You know, I still think of him as the new guy.
Where's the power
Kind of
man?
an easy one. You know, coming in after what happened. But kid's got a lot of heart.
Yeah.
It's weak to fire and blast. Perfect. We're just gonna bring my sword back out.
I need to close the vault door and contain the blast.
What happened? Oh yeah, you already told me that.
Finally catch up with
Alright,
you.
let's go.
I get someone on one time. Who needs reminding what ails his friends. This isn't over. By count, Hager must have at least 3 more of these caches to the city. That equals a lot of guns on the street. It's gonna be a long one.
I'm used to it. Just keep tracking those refrigeration trucks.
And here we thought we might be a real challenge.
But yeah, Joe. Anyways, what we'll be doing at Comic-Con is like I said, we'll be seeing all different kinds of suits. Checking, you know, there's a lot of things that we be checking out. It's just, you know.
Penguin's trucks. Have you managed to locate any in the city?
No movie had the Sinister Six, Joe. I mean, The Amazing Spider-Man 2 was deciding to try making, whereas, like, they had The Amazing Spider-Man 2, no, it did a look like it was going to make a, Sinister Six, but it never got to that point.
Two-Face's thugs will hear me over the alarm. No need to be quiet. Hit them fast, hit them hard.
You thought he might show up, Batman. He was counting.
Hello, welcome guys to a another video. Sorry I didn't make a
Need the money. Hard to find honest work.
sorry for not making a introduction right now. I was busy talking to my little brother.
Another guy down. I'm not dead, right? It's sweet to try and live like well then, boys, looks like that bank has a back infestation. That's what we can afford. Why don't we take care of it? Lock the doors, fine. Whoever kills the bastard brings us the body.
Two-Face locked us in. The thugs aren't after money now. They're after me. And there's no alarm to cover the sound of my attacks.
I couldn't see where the other guy was. But no. Anyway, guys. This is titled Gunrunner and Two-Face. We are doing the two missions of Penguin and Two-Face. Now, Penguin deal. I don't know exactly if it's the way I think it's gonna go, and if it's not, alright, John.
Two-Face locked us in. The thugs aren't after money now. They're after me. And there's no alarm to cover the sound of my attacks.
Yeah. Hmm?
We thought you might show up, Batman. He was counting.
I mean, there's obviously... I mean, I don't know if Connor's coming, but I do know there's going to be video games to play there.
Batman, you got this wrong.
Hold on.
The Bank of Gotham is laundering money from the mob. You're right. The guys who were have our face off because they couldn't get to you. Not sure. There's plenty of clean money mixed with dirty. But what isn't tainted in this town? Stay away from the bank. You'll regret it if you don't.
Cash, Two-Face's crew went after the Bank of Gotham in Chinatown. I need you to disable the bank's security gate and pick up dense thugs.
Sure thing, Batman. I'll send a car around now.
Wait, so what?
The alarm's been tripped at the Bank of Gotham Treasure Branch. Two-Face's crew are trying their luck, sir.
Yeah. Oh, poor doggy. And she shook that bad? Ugh.
The attacks will be covered by the noise of the alarm. No need to be subtle.
Nah. I was gonna go after those guys, but nah. What's up? I'm not surprised, Joe. I did that just right. That was a beautiful. That was wow. That sounds very disgusting. So you still gotta. You still got a time limit?
Two-Face, cut the alarm. I need to be quiet.
Ah, damn it. Joe, you, you know I don't have. You know I don't have a time limit. Well, true, I guess. What's up?
Two-Face, cut the alarm. I need to be quiet.
Nope. Nope. Why? Yeah. What, did you beat the game or something and then you just got upset? You know you could have just asked me, right? That's when you just joined mine.
I can't restore it, Billy. He's not wearing a headset.
Oh, damn.
secure. Send a car to Deathsman.
On it. Two-Face is attempting to rob Gotham's largest bank in Kingston. Time he was brought to justice, sir. Scarecrow needs to do something about the...
Nightwing, I need the location of those trucks.
I'll track him down, Bruce. Don't worry. Just give me a little more time.
Not too late to join up, my friend. Penguin's always looking for more tricks.
Huh? Hats? Yeah. I don't know, but do you remember who we're gonna see there though? Don't be stupid, Joe. I'm not. No, not Rick and Morty. I'm surprised Uncle Jason hasn't told you unless he's trying to keep it a secret. I'm not telling you then. No. 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 I'd kill him if I actually saw him.
Just like the others, these thugs can't hear a thing without the alarms. I'll hit them as hard as I can.
Joe, do you want to keep... No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. Bull. I'm gonna smack the living hell out of you when I see you. You get ready for a smacking, because I swear, you're either high or something. I'm telling Dad you're drunk. I'm telling Dad that you're high or something.
You're better off dead, guys. Just
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. Joe, you want to know how many times? No, he's not. That man had the worst jokes in the world. Okay, first of all, Tobey Maguire brought the oh yeah, he did a fantastic Spider-Man because let's see, one, he took a grenade to the face and that shows how strong Spider-Man really is. Secondly, he didn't go off and try kissing and like making out every fucking 5 seconds unlike Andrew Garfield did. That's disgusting. Spider-Man, yeah, will at least want to kiss her a couple of times, but he's not all about it. Andrew Garfield was basically being portrayed as a little person who didn't care about anything except getting his fucking lips wet. And Tobey Maguire got his ass beat by, oh yeah, he got his ass kicked by Green Goblin, and Green Goblin, Venom, and Sandman, and guess what? He didn't die. He's okay. I will say though, I don't like his version of Spider-Man all that well. Obviously. You didn't take me to Endgame, you smartass. I wasn't talking about you, I was talking about my brother. Now, I find a lot of things BS about this new version, especially how much of a fanboy he is of Iron Man. I don't like that. Hey, Two-Face, what's up? Who is this? No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. Well, then, if you're Tyler, do me a favor.
You're better off dead, guys.
Tell Joe that when I see him, he's getting his booty whooped because he thinks Andrew Garfield is better than Tobey Maguire. Love you too, Tyler. Alright. Oh, hey, also, bull crap. But guess what? I got the best reason. I got the ultimate reason why Tobey Maguire is better than this Spider-Man. Yep. Tobey Maguire is better than this Spider-Man because of this big reason. This man isn't a crying little bitch that decides to break up with his girlfriend just because of him thinking he's seeing a guy that's not there. You know? Definitely Tobey Maguire's. Hands down. That Harry was portrayed as a whiny little bitch. Just like the Spider-Man character, too. Hands down, yes. And Tobey Maguire is still called the best Spider-Man because guess what? He's the only one that has 3 movies that has his name in there. Just Spider-Man 1, 2, 3. No. Oh, Andrew Garfield's got only 1 and 2 of The Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2. This newest Spider-Man only has 2 movies in his name. I'm talking about also standalone movies. Cool.
No more alarm to hide the sound of my attacks. Everything's quiet.
No. Nah, it's not Miles Morales. I hate saying it, but it's not. I can. Obviously, it's Emma Stone because guess what? She's the only one who played in the movie. That's not fair, and that's no contest, dumbass. Of course you did, Joe. How could I not pay attention? I watched more movies of a Spider-Man than you did. I've seen every season of the animated series, Joe. Because the new one is a worthless piece of junk. That's what? Joe, you're making very stupid questions. I hope you know this.
Bring us his corpse.
No more alarm to hide the sound of my attacks. Quiet.
Standing around for cover. Can you hear me? Turn down the lights. Get on your feet. We're in trouble.
I've captured Two-Face. I'll bring him to you. Send a car for his men.
Sure thing, Batman.
Settle down, Dent.
Don't call me that.
I don't believe you.
So busted. Freak because of you.
It wasn't my fault.
You're the man. Acid-throwing bastard. You said we'd save Gotham.
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, let's have Peter Parker skating, using a skateboard in school when he's a nerd. Yeah, let's have that happen.
End of the line, Dent.
Never come here.
Hands off the boss, that freak. Yeah, he's twice the man you are.
Save your breath. We'll get our chance.
Not anytime soon.
Still trying to preserve the balance of justice, eh, Batman? Impossible! The crimes you missed were capturing us.
Color me insensitive. I always wanted to ask. Everything get split down the middle.
Wait, what?
I think that's smart bringing the girl back.
Humiliation could do a lot, Joe. Also, in all of Tobey Maguire's movies, he actually fought memorable characters that are actually that actually had decent character development, instead of putting them all out here and saying, "Oh yeah, you know how we're supposed to be making these characters at least be at least rememberable." None of the villains were rememberable in Andrew Garfield. I can't even remember one good villain that he fought in all his movies. They ruined Electro. Yes, they did. They made him into a... They made him into the point to where he couldn't even... He was a person who admired Spider-Man to the point where he became a stalker. The hell you mean, Joe? He was too! If the attitude he was showing, Joe, he was a total stalker. Bull, he is a stalker. Have you seen how in that whole movie that you saw him, he was like, Spider-Man's all like, yeah, you'll be my friend, and he's like, friend. It's basically he took a page out of SpongeBob when SpongeBob's like saying, oh, I will put SpongeBob into this. I love Spider-Man to death, but God, putting a SpongeBob thing into a fucking Spider-Man deal was downright annoying for who. Nah, when they're like, friend. That's how you know he's gonna be stalking Spider-Man. And how he pictured himself doing something instead of him not doing it? Yeah, that's even worse. They took that from Nightmare on Elm Street. No joke. Watch Nightmare on Elm Street #4. The Dream Master? Yeah, you'll see. Nightmare on Elm Street #4, The Dream Master. She does the exact same thing, but actually, it makes it more entertaining seeing her do it. Now when he's like, yeah, you talk about Spider-Man again, I'll tear your lungs out and just show you to him. All because of Spider-Man, he pictures himself threatening your boss. I wouldn't have threatened my boss in the biggest threatening way that he thought about, but I would at least look at him and be like, okay, you know, I'd say something, but not threatening him for his life or something. And then him becoming Electro and thinking he needs to fight Spider-Man just because he's like, you forgot about me? Really? That's like the worst reason to fight somebody. It's just because you think they forgot about you.
I've taken out one of the malicious APCs. I need the driver definitely taken back to GCPD.
I'll get someone on it, Batman.
Oh, don't even get me started on how the Hobgoblin looked. I mean, don't even get me started on the Green Goblin looks in the Amazing Spider-Man 2. That wasn't the Green Goblin. That was a man just getting all hogged up on some fucking weed and having some like food coloring in his mouth. Nah, that Harry Osborn was retarded, stupid, disgusting. Everything about that Hobgoblin, everything about that Green Goblin was downright embarrassing. Honestly, I like this new Venom better, but Joe, that's not what we're talking about. You keep constantly trying to change the subject. You know, I have beaten you. Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man is so much better than Andrew Garfield's. Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man is basically a skateboarding prick who kisses 24/7 instead of going out and saying, okay, I need to do my job. No, he doesn't. He doesn't do his job good at all. Oh yeah, let's go out. oh yeah, let's go out, let's make our whole plot a revenge plot, saying, oh yeah, hey, anybody that I see that's mugging somebody, I'm gonna beat the crap out of them and then I'll look for the tattoo. Not let me look at the tattoo and still stop you, but not basically beat the hell out of you to the point where I think about killing you. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Name one person he beat pretty much to death. Name one person and I'll shut you down real quick on it. Joe, I'm waiting. I'm waiting, Joe. Come on. Who? He never fought. The only guy that he fought in wrestling, that was because one, he needed money, and he didn't even fight the guy. He kept dodging him and defended himself because he was going right after him. That's DC, Joe. Flash is DC. It's not Marvel. That's fucking DC. Yes, it is. Okay, actually, hold on. Flash Thompson is actually, my bad. Flash Thompson is not DC. He's Marvel, but he's a bully. He never had it. Spider-Man never touched him. No, he didn't. All he did was just punch him, and he goes flying, and he didn't even get beat that bad. He just got hurt. That's basically embarrassed. That he just got embarrassed. Alright guys, we were waiting for the gun runner, or we were trying to find the APCs, but we ain't gonna be able to find them because I'm not sure why. Oh, here's one. But no, anyways, all Spider-Man did to Flash was just barely punch him and he goes flying. That's not trying to punch, that's not fighting him to the death, that's just getting him out of his face. No, because I'm not Spider-Man, dummy. At least in Tobey Maguire's case, it was self-defense, not him being a show-up prick because he broke a school's basketball hoop and didn't even feel sorry for it. Oh yeah, and hey, guess what else, Joe? They screwed up the greatest line of Spider-Man in the world. You know how they said with great power comes great responsibility? First of all, he made it a lot more complicated and made you not even think he was saying that. He said, like, if you have the responsibility to help people, that's your, like, if you have the power to help people, it's your responsibility to do those things. That basically could be meaning for everybody, every villain in the world saying, hey, are you helping people? Yeah, I'm helping myself. Well, then you have the responsibility to help yourself. When instead, they could have just left it the same old way that has been in the comics, that has been in TV shows, that has been shown across so many things. With great power comes great responsibility. Nah, he was tired. Nah, he was wanting pity and saw that nobody was giving it to him, so he fucking stopped doing it. First of all, it's Emma. It's not Emily Stone. It's Emma Stone. Secondly, again, it's still pity. It's still too much pity. Still pity. You rest your case. There's no case here, Joe. I'm better. I told you. Joe. No. Tobey Maguire is better than this worthless excuse of a... Yes, he is. This Tobey Maguire. He's so much better than the other one. Because, hey, you want to know one other thing that this Spider-Man actually does? That's way more responsible and way better than anything of what this man could have done. This man stopped being Spider-Man because of a girl. This man... No, he didn't. Tobey Maguire didn't stop being Spider-Man because of a girl. This man, Tobey Maguire, stopped being Spider-Man because he was losing his powers. And then in a very, very big emotional point, he gets him back and then goes straight ahead at Dr. Octavius with no fear, nothing? Oh, bull, because Rhino's an idiot. Why would you have fear of a man that can't even speak a full sentence without being like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. How is it that hard to not be scared of somebody doing something like that? Trust me, it's not scary. I know this, Joe. I know what fear is, and that ain't fear. That's just pity. And let's also not forget one of the best and the most beautiful moments of all of the great Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. The greatest point is that suit that he wears is so much more cooler than the first and the second Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man combined. Both of those costumes are garbage. The Amazing Spider-Man 1 just looks like a regular old basketball. The second one, yes it does. If you put a basketball next to that, Joe, if you put a basketball next to that suit, he'd blend right in. Maybe that's how he uses stealth, is because guess what? All he has to do is sit on a basketball and we got another bigger size basketball. You're just scared because you're a sissy. I called you a sissy. Let's also not forget, Tobey Maguire's a crying little bitch. I meant Andrew Garfield, sorry. Yep, I can change it because you've changed things too. So Andrew Garfield's a crying little bitch. There you go. No, Joe, you can't. No, Joe. No, Andrew Garfield is a crying bitch. He cried. Everybody has made fun of Tobey Maguire for crying because of MJ breaking up with him. Because of, no, I am saying Tobey Maguire, because people have made fun of Tobey Maguire for crying because of MJ breaking up with him. And Uncle Ben dying. What else? What else was it?
What did I walk into?
Oh yeah, Harry dying also. But guess what? Let me put you in your place for a second, Joe. Here's how many times Andrew Garfield has cried only in one of his own movies. In his first one, let's just say first one. Okay, Uncle Ben, just yelling at him, and there's one. He's crying because of an argument. Secondly, Uncle Ben dying. Thirdly, when Gwen Stacy's dad dies. When Aunt May talks to him about why is he coming up with bruises. When he's breaking up with Gwen Stacy. 5. There's 5 times in his first movie alone. That's how many times he was bawling. Oh, let's not also forget, there was another scene where he was crying, and, let's see, let me remember, because it's so hard for me to realize how many times Andrew Garfield cried. Oh, let's not also forget, No, me and my little brother are in an argument because he's trying to say that the worthless piece of shit Andrew Garfield is better than Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man.
I'm on lunch break, and this is the greatest thing that I had to come home to and listen to.
Is that sarcasm or is that the truth?
No, that's the truth. I'm enjoying this.
Or the crybaby Andrew Garfield. Bull. I just gave you...
Stick with originality. just because originality.
Ha
I
ha.
like the original live action.
Ha ha. There you go, Joe. You lose again. And let's not also forget, it's retarded on how they made him have no... Now, this is just my opinion alone, because I love them having web shooters. Well, I actually don't love that. I don't think that does any good. And in Spider-Man, he doesn't have web shooters. I love that. I love the fact that he doesn't have web shooters, because then that makes him feel more of a Spider-Man than what Andrew Garfield is, that can't even web swing without web shooters. And now let's also point this other situation out that I think is gonna be by far the best in everything, that it just shows that Tobey Maguire is better. He actually was able to do not one, not two, but 3 movies based off his movies, and he voice acted all 3 of those movies, all 3 of those games. Guess only one game Andrew Garfield actually voice acted, and that was only the first one. And he didn't even get to voice act in the second game. Now, did he? No. So guess what? That shows that that Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man stood out so great that he was a perfect voice to play in 3 of his games that were based off his own movies. So really, that's 3 out of 1 Spider-Man movie. 3 Spider-Man games that he did, and only 1 voice act did Andrew Garfield do. So what does that prove to you? Oh yeah, they loved Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man so much they'd allowed him to voice act all 3 of his games that were based off that movie. And Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man was like, we'll let you voice act 1. That didn't get any popularity, so we're gonna get you. We're taking you off the project to do Spider-Man 2. Take you off that project, you're not in it. And then they put another voice actor in the Amazing Spider-Man 2, and that is even worse.
Hey, Jacob.
Yes and yes.